Doors are designed specifically to keep things in or to keep things out. That's what a door is for. An open door allows you to go from one room to another. A closed door prevents you from gaining access to whatever it is behind that door. And then you have locks on that door, which even if you wanted to go and gain access into that room, unless you have the key, you can't. And then you have the threshold, which is the frame of the door that the door is hinged to. And then there's a wall that the threshold is connected with, which divides you from where you are to where you want to be. And this is the reason why you'll always hear them infer in the narrative that they hand you. The door to this and the door to that. Doors are open where once they were closed. You have the key. Now you can unlock the door and open it and go through the door and get what's rightfully yours on the other side, inside the other room. Because they want you to believe that all of your life has been nothing but a series of things being kept from you. You have to really analyze the way they talk at you, that you accept these things at just face value as being the absolute truth with no question whatsoever coming from you. You don't even doubt what they're saying to be the truth. Because they throw words like scientists from the research study organization of such and such came up with the conclusion of this or their findings of this. Oh, just the same stuff constantly. And it sounds like it's practical and it sounds reasonable and it sounds logical because these are the authority figures. So why would they lie? You know? But everything they're telling you is not the truth. Just look at the conditioning that they put you under. The doors to freedom, the keys to success. Unlock the door to your happiness. Which gives you a sense that that door that has a lock that you don't have the key to has been holding something back, preventing you from getting at it that you deserve. So in order for you to get into that other room that has a door and a lock, you have to somehow come up with the key because something or someone is keeping something from you that is rightfully yours behind that door. And there's a wall there, and there's another room behind that door that you cannot gain access to unless you have the key and unlock the lock and open the door. Do you see how convoluted this gets so quickly? How they condition you to believe that things are being kept from you? That's why they say the secret to life, the mystery of the universe, the great unknown, the enigma. None of this is true. There are no doors. There are no locks. There are no keys. You don't need a key if there's no lock. And there's no necessity for a key if there's no door. Because if there's no door, there's no lock. If there's no lock, there's no key. If there's no threshold, if there's no wall, there's no need to think this way. And this is the universe. All you have to do, if you don't believe what I say, just go outside and look up. Do you see any walls or doors or locks or keys? And I'm not talking about physical structures. That's the infrastructure of their system. What I'm referring to is the earth herself, the universe, the sky, the clouds, the stars, the infinite ocean of forever. Just look up. Do you see any walls or ceilings or floors or doors or locks or keys or windows or barriers or borders or boundaries or barricades or confinement areas or restricted zones? Nothing is denying you access to the everything of everything. It's all social programming. Get this notion out of your head that there's doors to anything or keys that unlock locks that allow you to gain access to open those doors and to get inside of what's been kept from you from day one. There's nothing being kept from you as far as God is concerned. As far as the system, absolutely. They're keeping everything from you. They're denying you access to everything that they take for granted. Wealth. I mean, look what's going on now in this world. They refer to themselves as the wealthiest of the 1% of the 1%. For a reason. Because they're choking you out and they're making your life harder and harder for a reason. But you don't see any one of them struggling. Because they write the rules that benefit themselves and those of their own ilk, but not you. And at the same time, they get you to believe the garbage that they spoon feed your mind by deceiving you into believing that there's doors and keys and locks, the door to freedom and the key to success and all of this nonsense that you just buy into. And it is your belief in these things that empowers these things to become an undeniable reality when in fact they are nothing but a manifested illusion, like a holographic projection that you make real because you have been deceived into believing that they are real, so therefore they are. And now you are confronted with this thing that is nothing but a figment of an illusionary element of something that has never existed. You cannot destroy something that has never been created. And if you don't give power to these things, there won't be any power to be taken from you. There's an old saying that comes from the streets, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Think about that. That's a very rude and rudimentary way of saying things, and crude. But the essence is there. Don't make anything out of it, and it won't be anything that you would perceive as a blockage or an obstacle or a complication, keeping you from something that you're rightfully entitled to. You know, you have to understand why you're here. There's many reasons. But the most important reason, the primary reason, is for you to awaken the mind, to connect with the fourth dimension, and through ascension and the power of enlightenment, break free from this matrix that energizes all of this lunacy. And then you wonder why people are so frustrated with life, because all they see is drudgery. 9 to 5, school, bills, utilities, complications, responsibilities, commitments, obligations, deadlines, timetables, pressure, stress, hypertension, nervousness, anxiety, duress. It all compounds down upon them, an unbearable weight that they can't carry anymore, so they fold under that weight. And then the one thing that makes them happy, that gets taken away, or they get taxed to death with it, you know? And that door gets closed and bolted and welded shut, so there's no key that's going to open it anymore. And then you wonder why people are the way they are, because they buy into the lies that are being spoon-fed to their subconscious. And if you don't believe me, go look outside. How many people are smiling? Go look at people driving in their cars when you're going down the parkway. How many people are actually laughing and smiling and enjoying life anymore? Not too many, because they're making it harder and harder for you. They're amping up this insanity. That's why people are the way they are these days. And I don't even recognize them as being human anymore. They're more robotic and mechanical. That's the energy that I assess. But when you stop referring to anything with doors and keys and locks and secrets and enigmas and mysteries and the great unknown and the impossibles, and just, that's all rubbish. It's all a mountain of rubbish. It's fabricated rubbish designed to do exactly to you what it has been doing to you from day one, making you believe that these things are real, so you unconsciously send your energy and empower them to become real. And the illusionary elements become an unimaginably unbearable reality because you're making it into one. That is the power of your unlimited transformative potential. Don't forget, if you are not in control of yourself, they will be. And if you find yourself falling under these deceptive practices, then they are in control. Because if you're buying into the lies, you are feeding the illusions, and you are empowering something that was never created at all. But now you have to diffuse the very thing that you created because you were lied to in order to get you to do to yourself what they are getting you to do, is to formulate these energies and to project them. And they're harnessing that energy for purposes I can't even begin to describe to you. But that is most certainly off planet, that's for sure. So instead of you allowing them to do to you what they've been doing to you, take back your power, reclaim your energy, and repurpose it for something productive instead of piddling it away on manifesting things that don't exist and energizing things that should have never been given life in the first place. I'll say it one more time. With regards to God, there are no secrets, there are no mysteries, there is no great unknown. There are no doors, locks, keys, walls, windows, ceilings, floors, borders. Nothing is keeping you from any area in the cosmos that you wish to travel. That's open wide. You know, that's why you go out into Mother Nature. You won't see any keys or locks or doors there either. Nothing's keeping you from anything. The only thing that's doing that is you believing what they're telling you is the truth. So therefore, as before have I said, through the power of suggestive influence, you are convincing yourself that what they're saying is the truth. So your physical mind will go to work in making that a reality by diverting all of your creative energies and your feelings and emotions and pouring all of your essence into this thing becoming real. And that's when it becomes real. And that's it.